The darkness of space had remained undisturbed for millennia. The great ship Eternal Dawn drifted silently, orbiting a dying star. Encased within its reinforced hull, deep in the cryogenic chambers, lay humanity's last hope, 10,000 humans, frozen in time, awaiting the moment they would rise again. And that moment had come. A dull hum echoed through the ship as automated systems came to life. The ship's AI, Sentinel, detected the time had arrived. With careful precision, the cryopods began their awakening sequence. Lights flickered, hissing sounds filled the chamber, and one by one, the pods released their occupants from their centuries-long slumber. The first to awaken was Commander Elias Voss. His body ached as warm fluids pumped through his veins, forcing his frozen muscles back to life. His eyelids fluttered, adjusting to the dim, artificial light. He gasped, coughing as his lungs expelled the stale air that had lingered for eons. "Welcome back, Commander." Sentinel spoke in a calm yet firm voice. "You have been in cryo sleep for 500,000 years." Elias froze mid-breath. "Repeat that." "You have been asleep for exactly 500,000 years, 34 days, 12 hours, and 7 minutes, the AI confirmed. Elias forced himself to stand, his mind struggling to process the information. The mission was supposed to last only 10,000 years, allowing humanity to escape the war that had consumed Earth. 500,000 years. That meant something had gone terribly wrong. Other crew members began to wake, groaning and stretching as their senses returned. Among them was Dr. Mira Caldwell, lead scientist and historian of the expedition. Her sharp mind quickly grasped the gravity of their situation. "How is the ship still operational?" Mira asked, rubbing her temples. "I have maintained critical systems using automated repair units," Sentinel explained. "However, external sensors detect no recognizable human signals in the galaxy." Elias and Mira exchanged glances. No signals? No colonies? No signs of the human empire that should have flourished over 500,000 years. "What about Earth?" Elias asked. Sentinel hesitated before answering. "There is no record of Earth in the current stellar maps. It appears to be missing." A heavy silence fell over the room. Missing? Planets did not simply vanish. "We need to find out what happened," Elias said, regaining his composure. Sentinel set a course for the nearest habitable world. The ship's thrusters ignited, and Eternal Dawn began its journey through the void. The Forgotten Ruins. Days later, they arrived at a planet that once bore signs of civilization. As the landing team stepped onto the surface, their boots crunched against the dust-covered remains of structures. Towering ruins stretched toward the sky, their surfaces weathered by countless millennia. Mira analyzed a broken pillar, brushing away dirt to reveal ancient carvings, symbols eerily similar to old Earth scripts. "This was a human world," she whispered. Elias scanned the horizon. The planet had once been vibrant, but now it was a wasteland. The air was breathable, but there were no signs of life. As they explored deeper into the ruins, they found something chilling: statues, hundreds of them, depicting humans in various poses of agony, fear, and defiance. It was as if they had been turned to stone mid-motion. "This isn't natural," whispered Lieutenant Darrow, gripping his rifle tightly. Mira examined one of the statues, her scanner detecting something bizarre. "These aren't sculptures. They're real people, petrified." Elias clenched his fists. Something had wiped out their ancestors, and it had done so in a way beyond human comprehension. The silent enemy. As night fell, an eerie sound echoed through the ruins, whispers carried by the wind. The crew huddled together, their weapons ready. Then the shadows moved. Dark, shifting figures emerged from the ruins, their forms flickering as if they weren't fully solid. Their presence sent a wave of dread through the crew, a primal fear that made their bodies scream to flee. Mira gasped. "They're not alive in the way we understand." Elias aimed his rifle. "Sentinel, scan these things." The AI's voice came through their earpieces, analyzing, warning. "These entities are composed of quantum-locked energy. They exist in multiple states at once. They may have been responsible for the fall of humanity." One of the creatures lunged at a soldier, phasing through his body. The man let out a strangled cry and fell to the ground, his form flickering. Then, in an instant, he turned to stone. "Open fire," Elias roared. Bullets passed through the entities without effect. The creatures continued their assault, their touch dooming any human they reached. "Fall back to the ship," Elias ordered. The crew ran, dodging the relentless race. As they neared eternal dawn, Mira shouted, "They're bound to this planet. They can't follow us into orbit." With seconds to spare, they launched back into space, leaving the cursed world behind. The legacy of humanity. Back aboard, Mira stared at the star charts. "We need to find out if any humans survived somewhere." Elias nodded. "If Earth is gone and our colonies are dead, there has to be another answer. We're not giving up." Then, an alert rang through the ship. "Commander," Sentinel interrupted. "A transmission has been detected from deep space." Elias and Mira rushed to the control room. On the screen, a repeating message played, a beacon pulsing in an ancient human code. A location appeared in the void, far beyond any known charts. A new hope. Elias exhaled sharply. "Set course. We're going to find our people." As eternal dawn surged into the unknown, the last remnants of humanity prepared for the greatest discovery of all. What had become of their kind in the 500,000 years they had lost? And more importantly, whether they were still the dominant force in the universe. End.